What's up, Neogenesis family? Today it's week 2 of the BSF workout, meaning that Monday is leg day. We're back at it. You can see today though, we made some tweaks. So we're gonna use the bench. The reason behind is just because we're trying to build more strength while also being safe doing it. The goal is not to please the ego. I always like to go deep on my squats, so that's why you saw me warm up and go with depth with my 3 plates, stay there, because this is something I just never want to lose. But for now, yeah, we're gonna use the bench, try to go and climb a little bit more in weight, and then I'm gonna explain to you where we're gonna go with that. So leg day, we're trying to go hard. It's early in the morning, but we're gonna get it. So let's go. So now we're gonna go for 5 plates. I would like to reach an amount of reps, maybe circling or around 2 reps. My lower back is a little bit tired right now. So for me, it's not an ego lift. I just wanted to do that today. I just forgot that I only had 4 sets to go. So we're already there. So for that set, we're gonna consider it as an extra. So it's not necessarily about going for 5 reps or anything. It's mainly about getting that weight on my shoulders, feel it, and just getting those feelings back, because it's been a while since I've been going up to 5 plates on squats. So this is my goal, at least as a minimum. So we'll see where we're gonna go from there. But I'm pretty motivated, so we're gonna see what's gonna happen now. So guys, today, one of the main adjustments on the pendulum here is that the first set was almost a failure, but not as a very long set, more of a short set. Heavier weights, obviously, pushing me to near failure. Even after the first rep, I was questioning if I had more in the tank. To that, you just drop the weight a little bit, and you go for 2 more sets of 10 to 12 reps. Obviously, it's not easy. When you go around 8 reps, you'll feel like you want to give up. You need to keep pushing yourself. And what I would say here is that last week on the pendulum here, I would put less weight and be very challenged. Today I've been able to reach 4 plates for the first set, and now 3 plates for my second set. So I'm already getting stronger, but mainly the main point here is between the ears. So it's not physical, it's mental. Now I'm where I was talking about. I don't want to do more, but I'll need to push for 2 more reps. Let's grind. Let's go. Let's go. So guys, today, as you can see, we're performing our split squats on a machine specially made for that purpose. You can also do traps, maybe, and other stuff on it, but they did add a little pad there that you can use to do your split squats. It's pretty good. Last time we did the workout, we did with dumbbells, and we used, I think, the 65s, and it was very hard at this stage of the workout. And even prior to doing the split squats last week, I did less weight on everything. I didn't touch the 5 plates on the squats. I didn't add more than 2 plates on the pendulum, and I was already done for. So today here on the split squats, my main feedback here is that as you use a machine like that, the dumbbells are not just independent. Those handles are tied up to the machine, so you need to position yourself properly at the beginning of the move, so that allows you to not lose your balance. And for me, that's it. My first thought was to blame the machine, but now I just switch my mind and tell myself that what can I do better in order to maximize the gains I get by using this machine. So we'll see on the next rep, and we're gonna go with heavier weights. So let's see what happens. So yeah, my feedback this time was that the move was entirely different by positioning myself differently, but I did add a little bit of struggle with my second leg. So yeah, I give this machine a good rating. It's very good, I feel good, and it reduces the chances of having an injury. So I'm really happy about this last set. Sitting leg curl. At this point, we didn't really work on the hamstring a lot, so we're putting the emphasis on the tempo, all right? Like, it's all about how you control the weight. Doesn't necessarily have to be heavy. The hamstring is a muscle that needs to be worked, you know, in proper ways, because you don't just simply try to put as much as you can on that very precious muscle, because sometimes you're gonna do all of that, then you're gonna go for a sprint and maybe pull it. So the tempo, the control, the quality of the reps are, for me, a good way to prevent those injuries from happening, especially having been through those situations where I got very strong, but sometimes too strong and not able to perform at the level of my strength because I would be too stiff and I would be also used to rush my reps. So yeah, at this point, it might sound funny, it might look funny because I don't look like I'm producing a lot of effort. You won't see it in my face, but it is still happening inside of my body because I'm fully focused on working it. And it's not necessarily how you look, you know, while doing the effort. Sometimes I think that people lack control over themselves because you could just hear them scream, and like, I understand the pain and all of that, but it's not necessarily a good way to measure the quality of your effort. Sometimes it will look like it's nothing, but it will demand a high level of self-control, which I'm doing right now. So now it's second set. We're gonna increase the weight a little bit. We're gonna go for 10 reps, and we're gonna have a tempo of 3 seconds while you come back up. A lot of things are going through my mind at this point of the workout, especially with what I see on social media these days. I'm not just talking about all the violence you can see on it, but mainly about, you know, the workout and gym and training community. Big division, like even amongst like the people I follow or the people who follow me, without pointing fingers, it's just like I find that we don't necessarily have to be divided. It's okay to have a school of thought. It's okay to work out in ways that you believe in, but it's not okay to point fingers at others that think differently, trying to put yourself, in front of the others by being very negative. If you see people working on themselves, trying to be better, improving in ways that maybe you're not approving, but they're still working on themselves, they're doing something positive that makes them feel better and good, then why are you judgmental? And me being, an ex-athlete, now a coach, and me helping athletes getting better and stuff, like I do feel that, being an athlete sometimes puts you in a box where, okay, you have to train in what the science says and this and that, but really it's also about being the best version of yourself, trying to be better, reach the pinnacle, but having fun, trying to be better, not only be better at performing, but also look better, be stronger, be more endurant, have more control over your body. So I would say people need to stop judging. Like, we need to walk together. We need to also be complete as athletes, like if you're already performing well, you should try to improve, and build your body a little more. If your body is very built, then maybe you should try to run more, jump more. But it's all about being complete, whole. It's not about just being one part and specialized, and sometimes you're not really attaining your full potential because you haven't tried the things you suck at. So, and I think that for people who coach, for people who have an influence on others, you should strive to be more positive and also to question yourself, put yourself out there and admit that you have your flaws. Like, I do have mine, and that's why I always have something to work on, because I'm aware of them and I accept them and they're part of me. But that doesn't mean that I have to bring them everywhere I go. Like, sometimes you leave your ego at the door, and that allows you to get better. Pretty good, feels good. It's something I need to work on, my calves, the back of my legs, really important part. So honestly, guys, don't skip leg day. It's something we see happen a lot, in the gym goer community. Like, those days are very important for your body as a whole. You don't just want to develop the big, full upper body. You want to have a very capable body, able to jump, run, agile, so change of direction. So very important to work on the lower body part of your body. It's going to be painful at first, but you're going to get so many benefits. You're going to feel good about yourself. You're not going to wear jogging all of your life. When it's summertime, you're going to show those big ass legs, and you're going to be happy about it. So it's important. Don't skip it.